Hey guys, it's OctoBinx here and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build video. Today's video is going to be of a traditional suburban house with a Halloween theme to it. Now, a few details about the build. So, it is a suburban home, so very traditional look. It has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. The price of the house overall has ended up being at 121,000 approximately simoleons, which is actually pretty decent. I thought it was going to be a lot more expensive than that. Anyway, so that's a cost. And it's on a 30 by 20 lot. Now, the lot that we start on actually isn't 30 by 20, and it changes quite a lot throughout the build because, when you build a house in The Sims 4 and you want to upload to the gallery, how it doesn't necessarily look good by the time you post it to the gallery. So I tend to check a lot what the build is going to look like in terms of the thumbnail as I'm going along with the build. And initially I was going to put like a garage on the front, on the side, and then I deleted it. So I did a lot of chopping and changing, and I ended up going for a 30 by 20 lot. I also happened to start this build in Newcrest, and then I figured that it would look better in Brindleton Bay. With the whole Halloween theme that I wanted to go with, I figured that I wanted a very sort of leafy suburb, with all those like autumn colors. And yeah, so I figured that Newcrest wasn't really doing that for me. So I ended up going with Brindleton Bay, which looks really good. And you will see later on that the build will suddenly not be in Newcrest anymore. So this build took me, I have about 10 hours of recorded footage. So I'm sure some of you are checking the time in the video like, oh my gosh, I can't watch that. That's so long. No. But no, don't worry. It's not going to be a 10-hour long video. So it took about 10 hours. So I've had to cut it down a lot, and there's a lot of stuff you didn't see that happened behind the scenes that I, changed my mind about. Anyway, but I'm really, really proud of how this build has turned out. I think it looks really, really cozy and a very warm house. Very family-oriented house. I was definitely trying to channel Simlicy and Evelyn when I was watching this. I'm thinking, lots of clutter, and it's going to be cozy, and it's going to be, a loving family feel to it. So I was trying to channel them because I love their videos, and yeah, they're really, really, really good builders. So anyway, so the house has a very strong green and orange theme to it, as you can see. I absolutely love that deep green color that the house has turned out to be. Like, it's such a rich color, and when the trees and like the autumn shades and everything, I think they go really, really well together. The thing is with the autumn theme, right? So I happen to live in the southern hemisphere, and Halloween actually for us happens in the springtime, which probably seems quite odd to a lot of you. So I decided to go with autumn though, because there's something about Halloween, the holiday, and autumn that the color scheme just really fits well together. So I decided to go with that and make it autumn in the game, and to give that sort of whole vibe, with the colors and everything. I have actually experienced Halloween in the USA before. My family and I moved to Colorado, to Fort Collins, when I was very, very young for 1 year. So I got to live in the States for a year, and while we were there, I had the full Halloween experience with my sister. So we got to dress up and go trick-or-treating on the street that we lived, and do all those sort of full things. We had an apple tree in the backyard, which we got to, do apple picking with my mom, and it was a really impressionable time. Even though I was very young, I still remember so many fun things about it. And I actually ended up putting apple trees in the backyard. You'll see at the end of the video. with like apples on the ground and little baskets to give the impression that the family do apple picking. I just thought it would be a nice touch for this. Anyway, so we're moving on to the kitchen. I'm actually really, really proud of this kitchen and how it turned out. I like to typically start with the kitchen in a build because I find that in general with building, the kitchen really will set the tone for the rest of the house. So whatever the kitchen, the feel of the kitchen is, I feel it makes the most sense to continue that rhythm throughout the house. So this really set the tone for the rest of the build, in terms of the color scheme and the kind of furniture I wanted to use. So I'm really proud of this kitchen, and it actually was, I posted a picture of this kitchen on my Twitter account, and it actually got retweeted by Simguru Ninja, which was like so exciting for me. I was like, I was buzzing to see that he retweeted it, and it got a lot of likes and a lot of compliments. So it was really a nice little booster for me. So this is that kitchen, and so I'm really, really proud of this. I also got a retweet of this build in general from Simguru Popcorn, actually. And she said to me in her retweet that this house reminded her of a house from Hocus Pocus, the film. I actually also got a similar comment on the gallery when I uploaded this to the gallery. Someone saying, oh yeah, it's like so-and-so's house from Hocus Pocus. Now, the thing is, I've not actually seen Hocus Pocus. Gasp, shock and horror. No, so I haven't seen it. It's one of those films that every year I hear so much about it, and people, get very nostalgic over the film and stuff, but I haven't gotten around to seeing it. So I feel like this is the year that I need to watch Hocus Pocus because everyone's seen it. I should see it. Apparently my house looks like a house from there. I promise you, this house was inspired by when I lived in the States, like on our street, like everyone had these huge pumpkins. Maybe they weren't that huge because I was like only 4 at the time, so they seemed very huge to me. But so it was definitely inspired by houses that were on our street, and I still remember like going to them and, in my little costume, my princess costume, and asking trick or treat. That was the inspiration behind the house, not the film, but I definitely want to watch the film at some point. If it's anything like a Tim Burton film, like I am down for it. I love Tim Burton movies. Like my sister and I have such a thing about gothic sort of films, vampire films, like the vampire pack in The Sims 4 is like one of our favorite packs. Like I know it's not for everyone, but we absolutely love all the occults and like the clothing and all the build items. Like that is like our favorite way to play The Sims, like for sure. Anyway, so the house is designed for a mom and dad and either 2 children or 3 children. It's like up to you, but for this family, sort of, I pictured that it would be for 2 boys, 2 young boys, well, in this case, children, and I actually decided to do a baby's room instead of a toddler's room. I find that I typically do toddler's rooms, but, like, to change it up a bit, I thought, let's do a baby room. So it's a baby girl's room, which you will see later in the build. I'm sure at this point you can see that I'm sort of trying to clutter this up as much as possible so that like the kitchen has a lot of like spoons lying around and books, and I even come back later in the build. You don't necessarily see it here, but come back and like add even more things like little pens and notes and like just stuff lying around all over the show. So it's definitely a very relaxed feel of the house, which was what I was trying to achieve. So yeah, definitely a very relaxed vibe, family vibe. It's not very uptight, So yeah, that's what I tried to convey in this build. I haven't added any pet things to this house, but there's definitely space, like if you wanted to add like a pet bed and some dog bowls, like that's not a problem at all. Speaking of pets and specifically puppies, I've been absolutely loving Simguru Ninja's puppy posts on Twitter and his live streams of the puppies. I think they are just so cute, and it's actually really relatable for me right now because my family, we breed Cocker Spaniels, and we had a litter born on the 15th of September, and they're actually 1 month old today. So, like, yeah, I can definitely understand what some Guru Ninja is going through, and yeah, it's such a nice feeling to have puppies, and they're so therapeutic, especially like in this time where, you know, with the pandemic and everything, like things are quite stressful. So they bring a lot of joy to my family's life and my life, and so it's really cute to see some Guru Ninja like so enthusiastic about all of this on Twitter and stuff. Yeah, they're really, really cute. I love golden retrievers too. They're really, really nice dogs. I'm actually trying to take advantage of the fact that they're sleeping right now, our puppies, because they're at this point where they're really starting to become demanding and like they have little personalities and everything. So they've been fed and they're like sleeping now. So I'm trying to get things done when it's quiet, which is not very often. I was posting videos twice a week at one point, and yeah, now I'm struggling to get one out, but that's fine. Like, I don't mind. I prefer to spend more time like on a build, without pressure, and just rather post something to YouTube that I'm really proud of. Anyway, so we have now reached the point in the video where we are doing the bedrooms in the house. Pretty soon you're going to see the children's room, the little boys' room. I had a lot of fun doing the boys' room actually because I decided to go with a dinosaur theme. Now, we do have quite a few items in the game for dinosaur kids' rooms and stuff, but yeah, I was particularly inspired by one object from the Eco Lifestyle pack. It's like a wall piece that you can put on the kids' wall, and it's like a dino. It looks like a cutout, like you will see it just now, but that was like the inspiration for the whole room because it's such a cute object. And I thought, you know what, maybe this boy or both the boys are very like inspired by the Jurassic Park equivalent in The Sims, and maybe maybe they want to grow up and become archaeologists, and I thought that was pretty cute to go with. The parents, it's pretty flexible, whatever they do. I kind of thought maybe the mother is a writer. I put, as you would have seen there briefly, a book, like a writing book on her dressing table. And yeah, there is a study nook, which you'll see just now on the upstairs landing. So there is like a computer there and stuff. So, but yeah, it's pretty flexible what the parents do for a living. But yeah, the little boy's room, which we're starting now, is dinosaur themed. So at the time of this recording, it's now 13th of October, and we've just had the announcement. Well, it is an announcement that we're going to get the new trailer for the new expansion pack coming out on the 20th of October. So that's really exciting. I will refrain from speculating as to what it could be, the new pack. I honestly am just excited for a new pack. Like, I don't have any expectations as to what it should be or anything, but I think it's really exciting. I didn't think it would come out this week. I know a lot of people were like, oh yeah, Tuesday, it's gonna come out on Tuesday. No, guys, like, I still get really excited about like the Spark challenges and like want to see, what videos won in Spark challenge and, the creations and stuff. I honestly feel this is the week that they're going to talk about Spark, because last week we had the Hispanic update. This week it would make sense to do the new Spark challenge. So announce the winners and give the new theme, which I'm dying to know because I love the Spark challenges. I want to know what it is and probably submit this time. I didn't submit last time. Like a machinima, I did a build, but I would love to do something again and find out what the new theme is. So yeah, so Spark Challenge would make sense if they do it this week. And expansion pack trailer next week sounds pretty good. I actually want to link in this video my sister's entry to the Spark Challenge. She went to a lot of effort and she made a machinima, which she submitted to the challenge. And I'm trying not to be biased here, but it's really, really good. It's really good. She did a, so that with the theme being old, what was it? Golden Age. She did like a whole old age retirement thing, but set in Rome with the Roman Empire. So she's built everything. Everyone looks like, it looks really authentic. So go watch that. I will leave the link in this video. Yeah, so in the meantime, we're on to the front of the house. This was like my favorite part to furnish the whole build. I saved it to the end because I knew I wanted to spend time on it and like it would be a finishing touch. So I had so much fun with all these pumpkins, and I used a lot of this debug grass that came with cats and dogs, or get together, they come in both. Debug grass to like try and give it like a spooky vibe, Halloween farmy vibe, and it was, yeah, I really think it looks cute. And all the different pumpkins, there is also like a pumpkin carving station in the back, so the Sims can carve their own pumpkins. That obviously comes with the Spooky Day stuff pack. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with all the pumpkins. I actually left all the autumn decorating of the house and Halloween decorations to the end. So it was a basic suburban build to begin with, which you have seen so far, and then I put the finishing touches at the end with all the sort of streamers and decals, wall decals, all of that came at the end. So you will see it all in the screenshots, which are coming up pretty soon. And yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this video. If you did, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe if you like to see more of this. Yeah, but I really, really enjoyed this build. I'm really proud of it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And once again, thank you guys for watching. So I will speak to you all very soon, and I hope you have a great, great day. Bye!